Okay, host, my name is William. Okay. Today I'm gonna read another part of Ezekiel Chapter 23. Okay. The Lord came to the Lord again unto me, saying, The Son of Man, there were two women, the daughters of one mother, and they committed in the whoredoms in Egypt. They committed whoredoms in their youth, and their beasts pressed, and their breast and teats of their virginity, and their names of them were Aholah the elder, and Aholibah, her sister. They were mine, and they bare sons and daughters. Thus was their names: Samaria, Holola, and Jerusalem, Aholibah, and Holola played the harlot when she is mine, and she doted her lovers, and on the Assyrians her neighbors. Which were clothed with blue, and captains and rulers of them, dishonorable young men, horsemen riding upon horses. Thus she commanded her whoredoms with them, and with all them, and they were chosen men of Assyria, with all whom she doted. With her idols she devoured herself. Neither she left her whoredoms brought from Egypt, and from in her youth they with her. And they bruised the breast of her virginity, and poured out their whoredom upon her. Wherefore I have delivered her into the hand of their lovers, unto the hand of the Assyrians, upon whom she doted. And these discovered her nakedness. They took her sons and her daughters, and they slew her with the sword, and she became famous among women, and she executed the judgment upon her. And when her sister Aholibah saw this, she was more corrupt, and her inordinate love than she, and her whoredoms came more than her sister and her whoredoms. She doted up the Assyrians, her neighbors, captains, all rulers, clothed most gorgeously, horsemen riding upon horses, all of them dishonorable young men. And then I saw when she was defiled, that they took both one way, and then she increased her whoredoms. And when she saw, that portrayed all the images of the Chaldeans, portrayed with vermilion. Gird up the girdles, girdle with girdles upon their loins, and exceeding in dye attire upon their heads, and all of them princes to look to, after the manner of the Babylonians of Chaldea, the land of their nativity, as the sons that she saw in her eyes, and she doted upon the messengers unto them into Chaldea, and the Babylonians came to her to bed of love, and devoured her of her whoredom. And when she was polluted with them, her mind was alienated from them. And so she discovered her whoredoms, and discovered her nakedness, and mind was alienated from her, like as my mind was alienated from her sister. Yet she multiplied her whoredoms, and calling to remembrance the days of her youth, wherein she had played the harlot in the land of Egypt. For she doted upon the mermons, where his flesh is the flesh of asses, and whose issue is like the issue of horses. And thou calledst a remembrance of lewdness of thy youth, and bruising thy teats by the Egyptians for the paps of thy youth. Therefore Aholibah. Thus saith the Lord God, behold, I will rise up thy lovers against thee, for my mind is alienated. And I will bring them against thee on every side, the Babylonians and all the Chaldeans, Pekod and Shoa and Koa, and all the Assyrians with them, all them desirable young men, and the captains and the rulers, great lords of renown, all them riding upon horses. And men shall come against the chariots, wagons, and wheels, and assembly of the people, which set against the buckler and shield and helmet round about, and I will set judgment before them, and they shall judge according to their judgments. And I said, and I will set jealousy against thee, and they shall deal variously with thee, and they shall take away thy nose and thine ears, and thy remnant shall fall by the sword, and shall take thy sons and thy daughters and thy residue, and they shall be devoured by the fire, and they shall also trip thee out of thy clothes, and take away thy fair jewels. Thus they make thy lawlessness to cease from thee, and thy whoredom brought up from the land of Egypt. So thou shalt not lift thine eyes unto them, nor remember Egypt any more. For thus the Lord God, behold, I will deliver thee unto the hand of thou hatest into the hand of them whom thy mind is alienated. That shall deal with thee hatefully, and shall take away all thy neighbor, and leave the nakedness and bare, and the nakedness of thy whoredom shall be discovered, both thy lewdness and thy whoredoms. I will do things with thee, because thou hast gone a warring after the heathen, because thou art polluted with their idols, and thou hast walked in the way of thy sister. Therefore I will give her cup into thy hand. Thus the Lord God, thou shalt drink of this sister's cup, deep and large. Thou shalt be laughed to scorn in the hand of the dispersion, and containeth much. That shall be filled with drunkenness and sorrow, with the cup, the astonishment and desolation, with the cup of thy sister Samaria. Thou shalt even drink and suck it out, even thou shalt break the censer of the pluck of their own breasts, for I have spoken to the Lord God. Therefore, the seal of the Lord God, but because thou hast forgotten me, because behind thy back, therefore bear thou also my lewdness and thy whoredoms. Lord said moreover unto me, Son of man, when thou judge Aholah and Holibah, declare unto their abominations, and they have committed adultery, and blood is their hands, and with their idols they commit adultery, and have also caused their sons and whom there unto me, and to pass them to the fire to devour them. Moreover, this have done unto me, and defiled my sanctuary in the same day that they have profaned my Sabbaths. When they had slain their children to their idols, then they have given the same day unto my sanctuary, and to profane it. And an idol thus they have done in the midst of mine house. And furthermore, yet he said that instead of men that came from far unto the messenger, who said an isle, they came for whom thou didst wash thyself, paintest thine eyes, and diggest thyself with ornaments, and then settest upon stately bed, and and table prepared before it, whereupon thou hast mine incense and mine oil. And the voice of a multitude in the east with her, and with the men of the common sword, and were brought Sabeans from the wilderness, and which the bracelets upon their hands, and the beautiful crowns upon their heads. And said I unto her, was old in adulteries, and will they now commit whoredoms with her, and she with them? Yet they went unto her, and did go unto the woman, and that play the whorelet, and they went, and so went they into Aholah, and unto Holobah, and loot women. And the righteous men they shall judge them after the manner of the adulteresses, after the manner of the woman that shed blood because they are adulteresses, and the blood of their hands. For thus saith the Lord God, I'll bring the company upon them, I'll give them to be removed and spoiled. And the company shall stone them with stones and dispatch, and with them and with their swords. They shall slay their sons and their daughters, and burn their houses with fire. And thus I will cause lewdness to cease out of the land, and all women that may be taught not to do after their lewdness. And they shall come and sense their lewdness upon you, and ye shall bear the sins of your idols, and ye shall know that I am the Lord God. Okay. Then it's in Ezekiel Chapter 23. Okay, next we read Ezekiel Chapter 24. Okay. Okay. And you have to go right now. Okay, so next video, I'll read Ezekiel Chapter 24. Okay. And you have to go right now. So thank you for watching this video. Bye.